Without you, this heart feels like a colorless painting. Weston, a city known for its peaceful parks, shimmering lakes, and grand homes, had once been a place of serenity. But for Sarah Weston, it had now become a symbol of pain and sorrow. Her world, once filled with colors, had turned into a dull, lifeless painting, one that no one wanted to look at. It all began when Adam left. Sarah and Adam met at Weston College. Sarah was a gifted artist, and Adam, a rising musician. They had connected in the quiet corners of Weston, sharing their dreams, fears, and aspirations. Their love story was nothing short of a novel. They first met in the college library, reaching for the same book. Their eyes met, and for a moment, everything stood still. Adam taught Sarah how to play the guitar, and Sarah introduced Adam to the world of colors. They were perfect complements to each other, like melody and rhythm. Every evening, they sat by the Weston Lake, counting stars and dreaming about the future. They envisioned buying a small house in Weston, playing with their children in the park, and growing old together. But fate had something else in store. Adam received an offer to attend a prestigious music school in New York. It was a major turning point in his career, but it also meant moving away from Sarah. They talked about it for hours, both knowing how difficult the decision was. Sarah encouraged Adam to go, understanding it was his chance to fulfill his dream. They promised that distance would never weaken their love. After Adam left, Sarah's world changed. Weston, once full of joy, now felt empty and sad. Every evening, she would go to the lake, looking up at the stars they once counted together. Her art changed too. The colors weren't as bright, and the strokes weren't as confident. Her paintings began to reflect sorrow and solitude. They continued to talk on the phone, but the distance slowly started to pull them apart. Adam became engrossed in his music and his new world. Sarah began to feel them drifting away. Sleepless nights followed as she kept thinking, did he still love her? Had he found someone else? Then one day, Sarah received a letter from Adam. He wrote that he had met someone new, someone who understood his music. He said he would always love Sarah, but they could no longer be together. Sarah's heart shattered. It felt like a knife had been plunged into her chest. The city of Weston now felt like a prison. She tried talking to friends and family, but no one could truly understand her pain. They told her to move on, to find someone new, but for Sarah, imagining life without Adam was unbearable. She buried herself in her art. Painting became the only way she could express her pain. She poured her heartbreak, her loneliness, and her broken dreams onto the canvas. One day, her paintings were exhibited at the Weston Art Gallery. Sarah had poured her soul into her work, and people were deeply moved by her honesty and emotions. Her art touched the hearts of Weston's people, because everyone at some point had experienced love, loss, and heartbreak. At the exhibition, Sarah met a man named Liam. Liam was a writer who had come to Weston in search of inspiration for his next novel. He was so touched by Sarah's artwork that he decided to speak with her. They talked for hours, and Sarah opened up to him about Adam. Liam listened intently and told her that it was important to accept pain and learn from it. He told her that heartbreak is a part of life and that it makes us stronger. Liam offered to help Sarah with her writing, and they began to work together. Slowly, Sarah began to heal. Liam showed her the beauty of Weston again, taking her to places she had never been before. They laughed together, cried together, and shared their dreams. Sarah began to realize that moving on and falling in love again was possible. One day, Adam returned to Weston. He pleaded to meet Sarah, saying he had made a mistake. Sarah agreed to meet him at the lake, the same place where they had once dreamt about their future. Adam apologized and said he wanted her back. Sarah listened carefully, but her heart no longer beat for Adam. She told him she would always love him, but their paths were now different. Adam's heart broke, but he respected her decision. He left Weston, knowing he had lost something truly precious. Sarah continued to live in Weston, inspiring others through her art and writing. She married Liam, and they bought a small house in Weston. They played in the park with their children and grew old together. Sarah never forgot Adam, but she came to realize that heartbreak is not the end of life. It can be a new beginning, a beginning of new love, a spark of fresh hope. Her art was no longer about sadness and loneliness. It spoke of hope, love, and the beauty of life. Sarah Weston had turned her heartbreak into a masterpiece, a creation the world would always remember. And so the city of Weston, which had once symbolized sorrow for Sarah, became a symbol of love, hope, and new beginnings. Her story would echo through the walls of Weston, forever inspiring those who seek beauty even after a broken heart. The Colors of Weston. The story of Sarah Weston, the artist of Weston City, is a tale of healing after heartbreak. It teaches us that accepting pain, learning from it, and moving forward is important. It shows us that love never truly dies, it just changes. And above all, it reminds us that there is always hope.